Hi, I'm Jamil Thobani with 𝘃XP and today we're going to be talking about the 5 common mistakes home sellers make when they go to list their home for sale. Let's get started. Alright, so number 1 is what I call separation anxiety. And this is where homeowners forget that what they're actually doing is selling a home. Not their home, but they're just selling a home. Which means when you're looking to sell your home, think of it as a product that you're looking to sell. Put on what we call those buyer's eyes. I always do this. Those buyer's eyes. And think about what type of buyer would want to purchase your home. Don't think about why you would purchase it or why it's so great for you. It's about what would be great for them. What are the tangibles and intangibles that you can showcase? Think about the time when you went to go purchase the home and what you were going through in life, because more than likely there's going to be similarities when it comes to the purchaser of your home. Alright, so the second thing that I see that a lot of homeowners make a mistake on is not understanding the difference between decision making and managing a process. So let me explain this to you. You as a homeowner own that home. Alright, it's your money, it's your property. You have every right to make every decision that comes along with selling your home. Now, you may go to your advisor, like your real estate agent, and you'll ask them for their opinion. You might even say, hey, make this decision for me. They can't actually do that for you. You are responsible for that, and they can provide you with the best advice possible, okay? But the part that really I see a lot of failure is not understanding that there is a process. Now, I would say high-performing real estate agents have a proven process or a proven recipe that you should understand and you need to accept, okay? So there's parts that you're gonna really like and some you might just not understand, but you're gonna have to accept the process that they're gonna be following. And sometimes you have to modify that recipe depending on what you're trying to make. But as a homeowner, the moment you start adjusting that process and getting a little too involved in it, can start to create an environment where you may not be as successful. So as you're looking to sell your home, remember, decisions you're responsible for. On the process, you might just want to let your real estate advisor really focus in on that and allow them to execute it real well. Alright, so the third one is what I call the toothbrush effect. And I'm going to tell it to you in the form of a story as to why this is one of the pitfalls of a lot of homeowners. So many years ago, when I was near into the industry, I had a listing. I had it on the market for a little bit longer than it should have been on the market. Lots of activity coming through, so lots of showings that were happening. And if there's anything that you've seen from any of my other content, it's important to know that there's 2 things that happen. Okay, when it comes to fair market value, it is about what a seller is willing to sell their home for and what a buyer is willing to pay for it. Now, if you're not able to come and match that, then there's obviously going to be a gap and we have to close that gap. So what happens there? Okay, what happens is you either have to bring your price down to where the market's looking at, or you have to do something with the quality of the home that you have to offer and bring it up to what the price is that you're looking for. Okay, so in this scenario, we had a lot of showings and it was a good quality home. Like this individual was an original owner, lived there with his wife. They probably, they were a little bit more elderly, so, there's not a lot of wear and tear, and in all honesty, the property looked really great. The difficulty is it was overpriced, so we needed to bring down the price, and it was a conversation that we were ready to have with the homeowner. Well, I walk into the home and he's down on all 4s and he's scrubbing his tile with a toothbrush. And that's where the toothbrush effect came into play. That's how it was born. I asked him, what's going on? And he goes, if I just scrub this tile and make it look a little bit more shinier, then I'm gonna be able to get the price that I'm looking for. And I looked at his tile and I go, this is pristine tile. You don't need to be scrubbing it anymore. And this is where one of the pitfalls for homeowners are. This is where sometimes homeowners will be spending money and effort where they should be trying to save it. And where they're trying to save effort and money is where they should actually be spending some of their money. And that's why it's great to have someone like myself or another realtor be a great sounding board to really understand where is the best place to put my time and effort in order for me to maximize my sale price and my energy as we go along with it. Okay, so the fourth one has to do with emotions. Now, this is an emotional process. I understand you're looking to sell your home. You know, this might be where your children grew up, could have been your first purchase. This could be where, you know what, you've had someone pass away. Lots of memories have happened in this home and now you're looking to sell it. Where I see the emotion really kick in is when an offer comes in. And that's when, you know, especially if you're with a partner or a spouse or there's multiple decision makers here, everyone has their own view and perspective, and everyone has the same end goal, which is to sell the home for the most amount of money, right? In a reasonable amount of time. So here is where you really need to step back and work with your advisor and just focus in on what I call the facts. So the facts are gonna be like this. It's gonna be an offer's come in with an offer amount, with a deposit, a possession date, as well as some conditions that go along with it. And just sit back and look at those at face value. Forget about what the buyer is saying. Forget about some of the stories that you might be creating as you go along, because we all create stories, right? And just focus in on the facts. And from there, you're really gonna be able to find yourself have even more of a smooth sale. All right, before we get on to number 5, if you like any of this content you've seen so far or found value in it, make sure you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So let's get on to number 5. Okay, so the fifth one, I'm gonna say, you know, all of these are very important, and I'm not gonna say this is the most important, but is gonna have the biggest impact on you when it comes to selling your home. And that is having the right real estate agent to support you. Now, here's why I'm gonna say this. Homeowners sometimes will only look at, you know, my friend or family member. They might look at the person who has the most signs up in the neighborhood. They'll even look at, hey, what's your marketing plan? And that's an important question to ask. Like, what are you gonna do to actually get the exposure I need, find the right type of buyer, have them come in and put in a good quality offer, okay? Nothing wrong with that. But here's where one of the mistakes that a lot of homeowners make when it comes to selecting the real estate agent. They don't ask, what happens when something goes wrong? Do you have the experience to support me with that? Show me where things have gone wrong, because trust me, things go wrong all the time. Do you have the skill set? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the right people in place to help make sure that not only does a good contract come into play, that the buyer actually closes on the sale of my home? Because the worst thing that can happen is that you've set yourself up for the sale and the home doesn't actually sell when the time comes. So I'm really hoping that you take all of these, and they're all different and they're all very important, one not more over the other, and really take into consideration this as you're thinking about selling your home. All right, so if you found any value in the content here, feel free again to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share this with anyone that you think might find this of use. See you in the next one.